This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Remember, you don't have to identify yourself to police officers.
Keene, New Hampshire pot freedom activists. Almost 100 of them gathered to smoke bud at 4:20 p.m. They're in the town's central square. They're in the papers, and they're growing. The daily 420 event, which has become so popular in Keene this month, is now spreading to Manchester. Manchester resident Mike Tyner, I think I'm saying his name correctly, has scheduled a imitative event for downtown Manchester for Monday, September 28th. See the video description for all the who, what, where, when, why. Tyner, as you may recall, is the activist who went around Manchester with a bud of marijuana in his hand and then walked into the Manchester Police Department with the bud in his hand and could never succeed in getting himself arrested. Well, folks are not being arrested in Keene either for this. Not for the 420 demonstrations, and not yet. Give it time, you never know. In Boulder, Colorado, authorities would usually let these events go on, but they would videotape them and make arrests later. Some uninvolved people have accused the pot activists of polluting the air, basically, of smoking in a public place where people can smell something they consider obnoxious. But a point I'd like to make is you probably couldn't have an event like this on private property without endangering the private property owner. If marijuana is legalized, it will be possible to do this kind of thing more easily on private property, and it won't be necessary to take the issue into the public square. Also, going back to the Keene demonstration, I did want to point out, if you see this video here, the folks who are demonstrating spotted an emergency going on in the on the main street, and there was a car stalled, and so they came and helped the car move while the police did nothing. I think that really symbolizes what it's really all about. The police are not as capable of helping you, even if they wanted to, as average people are. In life, you're more likely to receive assistance from a philosophical anarchist than from a cop. You just may not know that the person who was helping you was a philosophical anarchist. And of course, a lot of people at this demonstration were not, just as I am not. Also, in another sign that these events are still possibly continuing to grow, Concord Liberty activist Kevin Bloom put together a carpool of freedom activists to go to Keene and join the demonstrations there. It might be useful as the demonstrations get bigger to actively incorporate some kind of community service into the event, such as picking up litter at the event's location, or engaging in some other type of charity at the location. Handing out tiny quantities of silver might be useful if you had a list of businesses in the area that accepted it. Ultimately, if you have a crowd in an area, it's going to offend someone or do something annoying, and someone in the crowd is going to misbehave. So just planning on that and already having something constructive that the wider crowd is doing might be useful.
Hi, this is Kevin at Keene. We just had our first arrest. A teenager just been handcuffed and thrown into the cop car. The police officer came in from the side. He sort of just grabbed one kid out of the crowd and grabbed him. Now there are a bunch of people watching. Not a nice turnout today. They waited till the crowd had gone down quite significantly before they actually arrested anyone. There you go.